Hey friends, my name is Kaylee Barker. I'm the 4-H agent for Hardin County, and I'm here with a quick lesson for y'all called Spray What? Okay, so what you're going to learn today is about sneezing and face masks. Since we're in the COVID-19 pandemic, I thought this was fitting. You should have a STEM kit somewhere in the room with you that has the materials that we're going to need for our experiment. Okay, so real quickly, I want to start out with some information for y'all, and then we're going to get going with our experiment. The CDC recommends wearing a face mask to help prevent the spread of COVID-19. In this lesson, investigate how a mask affects the distribution of water droplets while simulating a sneeze. Some of y'all may know already, but I wanted to share for those who don't what COVID-19 stands for. So the CO in COVID stands for corona, the VI stands for virus, and the D stands for disease. Okay, so that's why it's called COVID-19, coronavirus disease. Okay, people with COVID-19 have reported a wide range of symptoms, from mild symptoms to severe illness. Symptoms may appear 2 to 14 days after exposure to the virus. If you have a fever, a cough, or other symptoms, you might have COVID-19. I'm sure many of you know someone who has had it, or someone who has been exposed and had to quarantine, because this thing knows no bounds, okay? There's a quick YouTube video that I'm going to give to your teachers if they want to pause this one and go over to the YouTube video. Y'all are going to watch that for just a minute, and then we'll get started on the activity. Today, you're going to work with a small group to conduct an experiment to see how much masks can reduce the spread of germs. To do this, we're going to simulate sneezes with bottles. Now, we're going to simulate sneezes. We don't want you to really sneeze, okay? We're going to use our handy-dandy materials here. So I'm going to tell you what you need. Each group of about 2 to 4 students is going to need a spray bottle. This spray bottle should have about 4 ounces of water in it and 1 teaspoon of baking soda mixed in. Okay, so we've got that. You're going to have 2 sheets of pH paper, and you're going to cut the 2 sheets into 4 squares each. Okay, so you should have 8 of these little squares. Each group will need 3 disposable masks, a ruler, and each student is going to need this activity packet, okay? It's called Spray What? Investigating the Impact of Wearing a Mask, okay? You're going to see where it says hypothesis, objective, procedure. On the back, you're going to see the results page and where you're going to draw conclusions. And then the last page of this is going to be a step-by-step instruction on how to make your own face mask. And you have materials to do that too, okay? All right, so we're going to get started. Again, each group should have about 2 to 4 students. If you need to social distance, I have accommodations for that in this packet for your teachers, so they can kind of guide you in how to keep your 6-foot distance from each other. All right, here's what you're going to do. You're going to tape 1 square of this pH paper to the wall. You're going to use the ruler and measure 6 inches away from the wall and your paper, okay? You're going to take your spray bottle and your mask, and you're going to hold the spray bottle up to the mask as if you were holding it against your face. Okay, we're pretending this is a real sneeze. So if you were sneezing with a mask on, you would be really close to the mask. Okay, let's do the same thing with the spray bottle. We've got the spray bottle ready, and you're going to spray at 6 inches distance, okay, the paper. All right? Now, I want you to do the same thing again with a new mask at 12 inches and again at 24 inches, okay? You're going to record your findings. Let me put the page here. You're going to record your findings right here in this chart, okay? So once you've done 6 inches with the mask, you're going to record your findings here. So was there a low density of water droplets on the paper? Medium density? High density? So I want you to record that here. Then, without a mask, you're going to take some new sheets of paper here, and at 6 inches distance, you're going to spray. Then at 12 inches, and then at 24, okay? So use a new mask each time on the mask side, and also a new pH paper. And on the no mask side, also use a new piece of pH paper, but of course you won't have a mask, okay? And if you need help, please ask a teacher for help, okay? All right. Before we get started on doing that, I want you to write down your objective and hypothesis. So, your objective, just go ahead and copy this down. Your objective is to measure the impact of a mask on the distribution of water droplets. Okay? To measure the impact of a mask on the distribution of water droplets. All right, now that you know the objective, I want you to go ahead and form a hypothesis and write it on your paper. Once you have done that, you may go ahead and start your activity with your group, okay? So remember, use your ruler. You're going to do 6 inches, 12 inches, and 24 inches, okay? All right, and we will check back in just a minute. Okay, now that you have completed your experiment, I want you to get with your group, and you're going to fill out the analysis and conclusion sections of your worksheet, okay? So what did you find when you sprayed at 6 inches and then 12 inches and then 24 inches with a mask? And then what did you find when you sprayed from those distances without a mask? Okay, so discuss that and fill it out at the bottom of your page. Then I would like for each group to share with the whole group what you've found. That way everybody can discuss and learn from each other, okay? So go ahead and have your discussions. In your group discussion, I've got some things that maybe you want to talk with each other about. Are there variables that were not controlled in the experiment? To what extent did groups make errors in measuring differences? And how confident is each group in their results, analysis, and conclusion? So are you confident in what you found? Go ahead and have that discussion as well. Okay, here we're going to make our own face mask, okay? So each person should have a bandana, okay? You should have a bandana. What you're going to do first, we're following the rules or following the instructions from this handout, okay? So you should have that in front of you. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold your bandana in half, okay? It says to fold the top down and fold the bottom up. So it should be like this now. All right. Then you're going to take these stretchy hair ties and you're going to put them on your folds. Okay? All right. So we should have this. Then it says to fold the sides to the middle and tuck. Okay? All right. So you should have something like this. Whoops. Something like this. Okay. And we have a mask. I want to remind you that public health recommendations, like the CDC's guidelines and recommendations during this pandemic, are not made after one single experiment. There's a lot of experiments that go on to make sure that we're safe, okay? For an experiment's results to be trusted, they must include a large sample size, and the methods must be valid and repeatable, and other researchers must be able to confirm the findings, okay? So it's a group effort. It takes a lot of experiments, and it's not just one single experiment and then they make a guideline for us, okay? So it's a process. There are researchers and scientists who are out there working to keep us safe, okay? All right, now I want you to do a little bit of research, whether you do this together in your after school program or you do it as a homework assignment at home, whichever you want to do. I want you to do a little bit of research yourself, okay? So what you're going to do is look at the CDC's recommendations on wearing masks. Look right now at the current guidelines. When should masks be worn during the pandemic? That's the first question. When should masks be worn during the pandemic? When and where, how, all that. What is the proper way to wear a mask? Do you wear it below your nose? Do you wear it under your chin? Does it need to just cover right here? Does it need to cover here? How should a mask be worn? Should it be thick? Should it be thin? Should it be see-through? Mesh? Tell us about that. What role do masks play in reducing an individual's exposure to COVID-19? So we kind of got that from the experiment, but I want you to find that on the CDC website, okay? All right, so that's your homework or that's your assignment for right now. I want you to do your research. I hope you all have learned something today about face masks and how to make a bandana. You can probably make these at home. I want to encourage you, if it's okay with your teachers and your schools, to create colorful and visually attractive posters to display the information that you've learned today throughout your school so that other people can know that wearing a mask is important right now, and maybe you could show instructions to your friends on how to make their own bandanas and own face masks, okay? So I hope you all are safe and healthy, and I look forward to future lessons. See ya! Hey y'all, I forgot to add something. So me again. In your STEM kits, you have Germ gel. Okay? So what you're going to do with it is you're going to squirt just a tiny drop on your hands like lotion and rub it all over. Rub it all over. Okay? Then you are going to go to the bathroom and wash your hands. Okay? When you get back, your teachers are going to take this little UV glow germ light, okay? They're going to shine it on your hands, and they will be able to see how well you washed your hands. So it's a test. You're going to get to see what you've missed as far as germs when you wash your hands. So are you washing your fingernails really well? Are you going in between the fingers really well, on top of your hands, at your fingertips? How well are you washing your hands? We're going to see. Compare to your friends, and then decide maybe you should probably be washing your hands better, and also keep your mouth covered. See y'all.